Journey of Life Jumedi, aboafo omo boy ma di Jumedi abrel. Eye Amen Mat, Royal Brownies, Becky Bell Homemade Pizza, Debbie's Collection, Ma Docas Pastries.
Asha for say I catch you say eh of for year do a Journey of Life so dey na che say mpinifo attitude ana surprise no ye dey mam ye bie so nkakra na ye bi omu bi e betu awra ho ye ne omu akodi enkoma for bra akontu ho. And then I Wednesday, you know, say Journey of Life and a very as one, the so come, Eddie Amao. And some young corner could be a surprise and also ensure make out, said me could be Anna as some dish made in Eddie Ebro. Or Hinaba Ghana rice, also Pemo Papa Pay Didier to net emu sham, would dear mo win uniform fuma, for a year or heba for the Quajibidi to Ferno, it was 0244 661676. Or Hinaba Ghana rice, and I will say, eat like a royal. Did it sign for Nancy in the Pazaria? Aye, sounds nay, I may matter say, oh, as I say at all, pedayat or pecato, be our part to be a quame matter, or no, Mr. Yawa, or Betone Kama, Eddie Amau. Ferno, it was 0249 001964 0249 001964. Sounds like Becky Bell Homemade Pizza, or so a pizza, what it is say who Eddie Amau. Pizza beer or go better Ghana and 50 cities in any account, but Becky say what test with 25 cities. Or con one hour be Eddie more. There was also be a surprise now or that, what the Ebe Brody do Ferno. It was 0544 612997. Friend now so called you dear do. Sounds like a Debbie's Collection, also pay you can tell the papa. As she jeans and power bag, upi bia kwe you be a party, baby a person uncle, or no family, Jamunko Jimmy or born so, or Fede Bia, or Bepe and Karen Kama Eddie amount. Friend, it was 0547 6469 0547 6469 Sounds on a year, ma Docas Pastries, where pastries and your mefa pastries home, where in a be. Impose away a year, or year part, we are ready. Bibi awo ye na hu obi obeye aduane a emu hwam e de ama no aho ni agea ofre ma Docas nso a obeye ni nyina bi e de ama friend e was 0549163843 friend na nso onye waduane kama emfa ema sounds na ye Royal Brownies was here baton brown ai ene ye rice sauce ene ma wo pe dia breakfast no wokọ ho no so be mo bi adidi emu edu friend e was 0240898981 0240898981 one more any adwumako masam de a Journey of Life e de ebra odi mu edu me ametina se na me dwume de abro me de ameje so Debbielyn Jackson aka Ohima prove them wrong. As an ebe so na eja ye surprise e o edema no ye ni na kobo e yo bra kontu mu asem no ye twe hu sima ye ba e de aka ebe to ye ba sisi ya.
The friend Francisco Kuyewa, me license auctioneer me da company a friend Amen Mat. Your office no Kwashima around the anyone been to complex on the first floor. And there your Amen Mat and say ye turn near mama court, banks, financial institutions, embassies, any other private companies. So we should say now on your judgment, a tier the uncle individual be an asset company. Now auctioneer papa. Our fast when it come to sales, make the Amen Mat one dance actually so not be winning. You bet me a one. So be sure to see a microfinance institution now obey the car baba be collateral. Now the para 40 no more senior would no credit or senior or fast when it come to sales. Make the Amen Mat one dance here and say, "Oh, me who your question my been too complex." You bet me a one. I advert up to 1 year. I'm on a second seek up pepe. Obes your contact me 0249 001964 and 0243 655 691. Thank you.
Journey of Life Jumedi, aboafo omo boy ma di Jumedi abrel. Eye Amen Mat, Royal Brownies, Becky Bell Homemade Pizza, Debbie's Collection, Ma Docas Pastries.
Asha for your son's who are covered by FOKA so we a journey of life. I make catch us and they are surprised be at the amount. I Nancy and make I will say FOKA TV be Asha. Who could YouTube now subscribe to your YouTube channel now. Ubenya be Asha videos we watch out as the same account. Ubenya be Asha. Samsung na Facebook and so a follow ye na videos no nye be so and share. You watch our own Ubenya be Asha. Make catch us send the surprisingly the doors more journey of life so near the amount. See a guy and some trophy I the any better common. Not just a woman why ya check when you day a womb. I say I am for you, a biddy DBH. I know penny power, why you do manache. I will name day, I was sent you many moon and any ever to and common. The friend of Kojo Preko Dankwa, and the honor any better to come up or bra a country.
Nice.
Patch or bra country, they endorse.
Unza. Well, Mr. Tiffy, baby, a friend of Bubuashin, only a woman of Kadeshin. You call almost pray to me, my name school, but I mean, some school be anything.
Oh, okay.
Also, we are also be prepared because we be nursery. Maybe that is school anything. It's never any bank school.
Banku school.
Because
wow, Banku school.
Yeah, Banku school. Me name the entire of my friend side, but that was a school. I remember back clearly and Takodai, you come aside the call. And from then I will call a friend say me primary school, or parents from preparatory school, or short peps, so from then I may call I would do my 1 GSS or North Carnation area so that's what I did my GSS 1 to 3. From then I may call
now GSS no monese school there no kwa wan answer na baby no
oh the CC you know I mean, mommy Popija. Okay. So, I mean, it was clear where the hardship was. Into school fees to a problem. Into I saw hustler now name yeah, you understand. Into those were the times when Udufia. Prior to that, there's a lot of fights. You don't even know where to stand when you're quite and the Dobetian and Tokwan and all that. We were kind of when you know and all that. Ama conditions in your papa, but you're managing the both sides. First, no more papa, but me cancer me training champion. The internet training champion say now every day I'm in a cordial, but they be I don't know or casa a fan and all that. But I thought say a high drink and my focus in each and I'm going to. But beside you know, to beside someone ever call my meal. What to catch him? Catch him say Dianity. When I'm saying Penessa, so I had to leave with my meal. Funny enough, I wasn't a champion mammoth.
Now we need baby.
We need me on mammoth. I'm not champion. So I waited for my mom till like 10 p.m. I went up to the gate and she was asking me that day. And I was saying, I said, okay, fine. It's in one of them. Then I'm the school, crack,
Now, school. Mamina the show and announce we be the boy.
Let me be the boy. Maybe I may start here. Maybe the boy was school GHS in Ankasano, and then I decided to do some jobs before I met me and come in. Until me started at Tom Petrol. Until I'm a full attendant. I was in Pomprom, go filling station, and then we are na pure water. Bargain. Yes, so I know say for me to get enough money, now me connect. And I have to do almost about 150 bags a day.
Wow.
Before I can get to the target now. It's a million. It's 1 year pay was kind of so better.
Sometimes no extra.
Misa, it's a way. You understand? To survive the journey. Yes, a bit harder. Now, mean to me in truck, and I mean to me in Korea, and I mean to me and got on the own so the best I can do was to do that one. And I'm there. I try me one kakra.
Yeah, after GHS.
Yeah. I'm a call SS. So even that one, we were 4 attendants in one of them. That time, no say na a year about SS resource about into was or colleagues in air school. On the bufu on the wall. Once a proper more palm. Into big chairman no much. So one papa at the neighbors and chop was torture so and all that. So they come and then they just take to and say, oh, Kojo and that kind of stuff. So some want to ask you, so over school that time and
baby sauce.
So na ferry but na me wo gidi say bibia be fine even though na me nim say me nya de me nim dem ekono funny enough me nim abusanfo sa once we go because we no funny wo for sister ni want sa na manema no because we're not introduced to that system into just yourself and your brother and him, so you want to do things to make everything work and all that. And I call SS no, and even that one that no crying so no, there's a cotton a gas cylinder as a yes.
Cotton cylinder.
Yes. Wow. And they say we come mom in a catching and saying cotton. No, I think my dad, yes. Yeah. Now, occupation, so I come on top of it. Into system, no share and you're right. Into that's enjoyment of mom, dad, that enjoyment of sleeping in your own room, that enjoyment of seeing mom, dad laugh where we sit by them and all that, you know. May who be that? No, may who be that? So, it was just through that. I mean, when we were even watching color TV, I was still watching black and white then times because I mean you won't get it. Madam you crying and bring me radio get to AB their body school and they where I wish on the TV and the TV kakra. So it was hard. It was hard for me to go into SS. Yeah, we call a Palm Secondary School. Yeah, that was my first choice. No, my first was to do a boys' school.
Okay.
But I remember say ombele.
I didn't.
Me I think say when him say the boys' school na Messay and who be asa, but indeed it was right for me though because come school now you tend to see the difference. Go more bar. Maybe over ferry, over dressy and the son of my a boy. So I decided to do the Palm Secondary School. All right.
A friend Francisco Kuya, may a license auctioneer made that company a friend of Army Mat. Your office no Kwasima around the anyone been to complex on the first floor. And there your Army Mat and say you turn near mama court, banks, financial institutions, embassies, any other private companies. So we should say now on your judgment, a tier the uncle individual be an asset company. Now or auctioneer papa, our fast when it come to sales. Make the Army Mat one dance actually so not be winning, you beat me up one. So we should say a microfinance institution. Na obi de ne ka baba be collateral na di para di 40 no mo professional odi no kre professional we fast when it come to sales me di Army Mat one dance ya man say o mehu e kwashima bintu complex e beti ma boa no ai advert aton ne ma amana sa kan sika pepepe o bes e contact ni 0249 001964 and 0243 655 691. Thank you.
Journey of Life Jumedi, aboafo mo boy ma di Jumedi April. Amen Mat, Royal Brownies, Becky Bell Homemade Pizza, Debbie's Collection, Ma Docker's Pastries.
Asha for your sons who are power at the by a journey of life dream dear so and come to share any busueja a day as is just so yet was so at the amount you get. Fashion, now West.
Yes, it's a requirement. I know so now tough. I don't remember the last time my parents come ever visited me. I think that my visiting me confirmation. I was school. That was within my 3-year term. That was when my mom came there or they did nearby. I went to school so that weekend. They home to visiting. I'm there visiting good okay. Nina me I mean, all those times I'm now for the bar and the we I'm on for the needle. You container with the come. Now I made tobacco maybe the children. Only the children with the good guys, so it will be and ask when and you been easy. But I mean, I enjoyed myself at school because now me pay. And I mean, me person me so, and thankfully, so me dey 5 years so me sakai because me call and me say me general art, me sakai me general art, me say me government on sakai, me literature me sakai, me a friend is saying government me sakai, so I was cool. Let me okay with it from SS1 to SS3.
It's meaning I'm not still no more mean at the show now also brown.
And I'm saying, you may buy your Makwana me buy, and I may call cosmetic shop. I am Kanishi, or I may call Tom Cosmetics. So, the Kwana Jamakotina on Kakra, Papa Binana, or show, but no Ocean or busy. It's me Kwana Kotina. It's one of the man who need be, yes, ever she. Yeah, it's one of the music and all that, yeah. It's not me call Echo one school time so na most of the times people also I mean to me mafia because obafia dey be cry yourself and then on the pantry for na better and then there why on say ya obi so ya dey person me long for no what them it na me ma metem because me ba metem say can no beside their school asem it any dey come then the man here beto onyaka yebi amomi na be force the breastfeed ya o kwa na ja ya la ni agojeje gari ni ya na dia man eze wasa to so
you ko e na still na copy the on feel ready because
no on feel because can in ho na nya the fault aha scan in ho I mean you want me trema or me who you go for the nefi but at a point in time na ya na yesahwe no yen kwala na because ye na BP na ebenya kakra enti ho I be ho beba no offer so baby sent no ba no and that's how my dad taught me how to write notes it over not your note at all say bia unfair me say sika we na me dey me go chalo to enti me me and that kind of stuff but of course papa so you only have to give the money out and then you just keep your cool it didn't know because if you mommy or later and you buy a papa and then the better so we stay with him till he died. Yeah.
I mean, funny crazy. You teach you SHS how would you be?
Yeah, I mean, it was also the same. I mean, the same process, but I don't know because what your school fees now when you did 3 times a day was good, you know, you were safe to do it. Is the hand is obviously and then what's just and other family with the every your free your SHS now or the other to be and me buy so no was tough because again I feel tertiary abem a honor na for maybe na colleague or political science we saw sociology we saw a lot of places and you were like what's up baby I mean then you na obey you and all the we saw GIJ or and all those things so I was like, people send me journalism. There were 3 things I wanted to do in my life since I was a kid. I wanted to do journalism, I wanted to be a lawyer, and I wanted to be in the creative art. And all these 3, I didn't want to. Me person be feel. Me person be so the Beba Makwamu first piano, I will have to do it. So because of journalism, no, not GIJ. Yeah, obey entrance exams and so and all that. But that was when you had private journalism schools in Libya. and I'm say okay, university na me to me because you can in you. And at two, so me kokra na the person me no, and you no more chair. I'm not ready to do political science, sociology, archaeology, no. Meaning the time go questions are then. So may apply for a private journalism school, Manifold Tutorial College. Near Occanation, First Light, Astrohon, Moana School. All my life I didn't attend. No, I didn't attend because I didn't understand why semi-true entrance exams and summer course school. When I know, say, I mean, you qualify because maybe my literature was good. Mass and F intended government and everything was right, and so I didn't see why. So if another private school want to have me on that, why not? I will take it. So me enroll into Manifold Tutorial College into Ho and I made a journalism school. I me journalism, and even that one, thankfully, me auntie Kuno and I buy me aid. So he paid every fees a year with journalism school.
Because of that, into 1 year you may be
my year you may be a so me woman and come here and Namako Bomwa, me catcher, and also Nukumba by catcher. So I mean, the man too was very helpful. He said, okay, you're with you. You understand? And I was also grateful. I mean, he did it from day one with my administration to every semester. We come over on this kind of mommy. So my journalism school dear, my embracer, because he paid every single thing on a good note for me. It's a me call break every weekend. Be an call on a jamacoson, and the car my brafi Sunday. Namaba if he Monday semi school, the Jamaica school in Accra.
You see, Chairman, work with Diablo from Council in Bad, they didn't come to train beside the chest. Come on, that's it.
Journey of Life Jumedi, a boy for a more boy, my Jumedi Abril, Amen Mat, Royal Brownies, Becky Bell Homemade Pizza, Debbie's Collection, Ma Docker's Pastries.
I shall wear some more power when so any aje. I was seeing at your woodsy some eye and no bitten some anchors a Journey of Life day. Son, it's all back on to Anna when you some no so. Elwa was a yanka now for friends who feminine and moon go to him. It was so Eddie among you. Patrol a year to Sherry side. What female no ambre would be named poor. Yes, after a month.
After my prayer, maybe now it was a competition between a private institution and then a government recognized institution called GIG. And it's all corporate attachment to Cranading, or quite a school being certain another private journalism schools in the AUCC, and no much of them go schools in this. Now, for accreditation, so you have some more and all that, not a problem. But I had that mission is that I want to be where I want to be. So I told myself that me pay attachment to Accra. Accra is choked. Why I said it was choked because I'm and I believed journalism was a talent thing and not book. And I would do my attachment outside Accra. And Madam Fibu will be Asta FM. No, I'm from attachment letter. Until my school near attachment letter. Me fee Accra kono. Bekai na me 13 Ghana cedis.
13 Ghana
cedis.
3
cedis. And then I cry me Reebok sports bag in the back home. Me packing me na me go na my papa bisa me say me kwa na msu me call be. I say me kwa then na msu radio station bisa me brana me attachment no. I mean, he didn't believe. He thought, and I mean, they are idiot. And I said, "We kwaba." And I said, "Okay." The kaika me fa man fa VIP man fa hwe me fa enkwanchan this na menya kakra and they told me and I'm kwanchan kumasi dey ni bi bibiana first VIP wo kata kakra kan that was like honoma na me fa bi. Then I ended up in Kumasi. Lucky na me name abranti bi a ewo Anoga Junction also mo furnitures. Let me madam for be honor. Me done in chain a day before, and I'm to so called B.
No more side, no.
Me call that. That was my first time. I'm person me call no. To me call B. Me call Asta FM. The madam for the kind was something else. So I ended up. That same one can champagne for. Yeah, letter. Yes, the brain now one year but maybe. So I ended up sleeping in the studio of Asta FM. I remember clearly. I made that almost studio. Studio new one, but no my year, but could be one to Hannah me bag that. There was no mat, there was no mattress and everything. Exactly. Because I mean, Mr. Medan in chain, into mattress and money, the man fed you. Into that studio on an amida, and the studio was in a point 10, into a point 10, 11, na wakakoda. Into a boy 4, no, sorry.
No major letter.
Na omaje but me give baby ada enti e botena na omapon enti e bobe amache 4 so afena so for so be preaching enti say sorry so 4 am no na maso akotena bonten because only baby at studio no so 1 enti kotena wonim amache na team sa then you hope inside the betching na obenya kokobia no na watwa so then I realized reporting was bad because stories in Newhasa I will be here. So I was like, okay, my main concern was to learn the console and see the microphone. So I've seen it, but to put my hands on was a problem. So into Mensan console or Asta and I'm the feel.
No, the feel.
On one attachment. Mensan can't that and I'm the feel. On one as I catch me so that down for you come as intino. Memra Kumase na Obama no ama baby adane se ma people Kumase. Oni me da Kumase. Me da Asoka traffic light ase. Because me buy no Satana telephone communication centers here juma mo. Number me free uncle. I ended up sleeping at Asoka traffic light. I remember clearly. With my bag and everything, printed my attachment letters in the brown envelope and they crammed my printing more. So I wanted to share to which radio station that will accept my call and all. Into one of me dying at the chain. I didn't even bath. Yes, there was Sokwa traffic light. I remember very clear. So what I did was that Kumasa wanted so meaning will be but not meaning my maybe I know my down for but not meaning the number. Yanetna, I will be an mammy one. Inti me frere me mammy and now or me. Inti me frere mammy no. But I no crown on me chairs and me sakano. Do you know how I was sharing my attachment letters? Say me who transmitter. Whether also master no sorry, 1010 no. Me who say is he hand on my MC radio station. So I will walk. Because, yes, because me in Kraska. It's menante to that mast, maybe a mast in the one. Sometimes we do a telco for no. Sometimes we be say, Spirit FM way, almost you only I didn't no far no father can't think. It's menante here with my bag. Menante that long journey. Baby, and I baby, some as I am, me attachment in the grass account. It was very tough, very tough. But my background, that was the point. I didn't retain the sign Jinemu, so I ended up Swami on another minute into Miami, dying, and then I made them. Tim Soyanopa, number sensi, Namiko radio station, and then we call Capital. Is it Capital Radio? I'm on family. Me call or my Saturn case been many primary. Fox was heavy, Fox FM was strong in Kumasi, and then there was one northern station in there Roman Honum, and also a Huina stream people in stage radio nine away. And I ended up at Spirit FM. Spirit FM will be in new. Lucky you quite got 2 editor, and then Anopa quite not say that so attachment. Not seeing if you never see me crying. Not saying if school, but I'm saying, but also say that. and I'm sure I won't cry. No, say okay. No, on J. School in then I meet me, and I'm sure meet me news, meet me BBA. No, say okay. Or kind news into my GNA report. GNA story, you know, once I had a print into a what, into main cut story in a short for radio version. Or kind news about, and I'm so okay, no problem. No, mommy GNA news, no, mommy paper and a pen, and I'm the two. I just watched page 1, 2, 3. I just did a story. I buy them the man. Not maybe I'm so saying I'm saying the man or can you not say oh. Correct. Okay. Doko catch a boss no white man. Doko catch and say when you attachment for or do ho catch papa no. Be reception ho you and I'm running the catch and so on for attachment to be until or why am I? That was it for me. So in as much as I was happy sending you bino Brunini cha at the end of so shortcut so I didn't have my attachment there. I ended up at GBC, Garden City Radio. I was accepted to do my attachment to Hope, and I'm starting my attachment from the newsroom, and then my first production was sports production. Tamanam Wahono, na former MP for Kumuru, Ras Mubarak. Yes, no GBC. That I know a locks. On an obo reggae or Garden City Radio. Yeah, so I met him there. I met people like David Akwete, now with Love FM, and then some huge prominent guys who were there. So, in as much as mine are private and I fell in GBC, I realized that okay, GBC was a good place to learn. It was good. So my first story that I did ended up on 1 p.m. news. Read on the national story na your fax near the Accra. So Accra people will pick it up and then they start reading.
You try Musima Akwaji life tips if we say what to ever and you come to change the South House.
Destruction, I don't want it to hurt.
Ashafo, I'm running out on the announcement. What's a Michelle Mobobi? And then I'm passing me this one. Near the young commotion in Abanaway, I am commotion, and near Ma, or young Edda Undi. Make us a Jumoku, so my son, Mamma, a year life tips everywhere. Debbielyn homemade pizza. Pizza and a one year day, and that's why Papa pizza would be a very one, sir. For Debbielyn 05566 2997 05566 2997. Now, and then no, that I come back with pen. I'm a debasomoso. Now, Yabekai home a year Wednesday, me new trail machine. Yabekai and Yama answer said, Ufa, and now the poor room, a brow yam at the home. 5 things you shouldn't take on an empty stomach. And on a Yabekai, well, that's 2 weeks, you know. You can't be far a lemon juice. I lemon juice. You see, when the day I meant lemon juice. Hey, Madam for business sister, I didn't know lemon juice. I brought one day. Now, what could try? Now, I can say, you fear a bush, a penny, and no fear was of this. I say, man, she now, Yama, and no lemon juice, name wow. They are tossing you, and so you're chewing gum. Rebecca said, I'm chewing up for the end of the men reaching up. Only the reaching up. Yes, I consume you are more than Kakrana or Panoa sorry, no, and see, new Yama, and no, and reaching up. And they told me and so your medications, some medications. The entire make us and say, my doctor, my drug, or see me no 30 minutes time, my day, medicine. But what do you know? So when himself to talk a year in Rome, French and the quantity pay this animal and patch up a anybody who we are now. And they are also online, so you're making decisions. I sorry, I know, Pana, what they paid, and be a diet. I feel now drink, over to our black to a new swaddling, and near my overton, new baby from Debbie, or what they know. I am empty my own dream here. It's him won't make a decision, our person will make it, our bravo, upon to you. Near Tosu a noon air and then Nutina Martina said, some a day bro, intensive workouts, exercise. We better see my soldier no pioneer, or she shannon near ma or co jogging. Madam for being a kind. Or say, why is now go jogging? What do you want to lose? I won't say any day. When we try to miss only day, men quiet work out. And go jogging. Baby, the way no, baby, to a bit said see. Oh, Tom Brown, Accra. The South almost on the Union or Tom Brown, Accra. And I move way or never rice. No, they are, yeah, your friends say. Rice, water, this animal. Don't have to. You must not go for your workout. And you'll be a new niasam. I have four. A hat and I'm in life tips. ABC. A new noon. Only D. As I said, what the 5 things you shouldn't do on an empty stomach. Madam, I say, make us within the year. Say, what for two? Go to my friend Becky Bill. Measures. You best share that at the macro.
Destruction, I don't want it to hurt.
As for Jenny of Flamness, I did toss whether a say what could us or the life tips and the way they had a braco to know a far from so come now with me a cool him. The old chain now, Mr. Ubiso, the Uncoy and Fat Emma. Come to train a day to also the because only I will be our hated jackpot.
Yeah, so GBC. Then I found my journalism skills. I mean, in action. Into a honor me, me write up. Then I want newsroom mankasa, and I'm assign a call produce sports program at Garden City Radio. So that was my first time and me a production. The first production I me was with now and former. I think he was former. He's now the former. Is it chairman or something for Goldfields? Achi. Yeah. I'm the sports presenter. I was stadium. Let me produce area sports and all that. And I also knew
attachment now.
Attachment
now producing the baby.
Yeah, because one thing I believe was that main train now be can't share me say yes I do. Inti maybe me news, I'll be the last person to leave that particular office because let me name the measure. I knew what I wanted to do. Inti no, what your pon 5. I mean attachment for the before bad normal. But me kwa train David I to drive till 6. Me train the late Accra piece of yes, no Jeep Garden City. Yes. To me train my own programs in every answer use me to know because all flippy faders and the same share your best away and all that. Even though I didn't sit in front of the microphone, the main studio, I was part of sports panel. And very interesting, we know I'm the type of sports passer, but I developed something for the sports. In terms of question, I know the sports panel now because so that was when I decided to do that. Then that story that came to Accra was one of the stories that was read into the area. Now I can report by Kojo Preko Dankwa from Kumasi. So me buying crying. Once upon a time, I'm Papa Sio or Teminka. GBC. So
that is a gun in the family.
Straight on the internet, so open 20 or train with Alpha May, Vibe.
Now they be betrayed.
About 6 a day, what's in the radio. So it was done 6 p.m. and that story was repeated 6 a.m. That's and then I felt so okay, then I'm in a move and then said Papa Nakara Temenka then we now for former Kasobe Temenka and all that. Until from there, then I did my service. But my youngest service was journalism. I tried I was Ashanti region or I crossed CBF and Accra. I was just driving the streets.
At that time, no, I know I said
no, my baby because me now phone people now wanted to do journalism on their own from the same journalism course. Into people now no more press on me or whatnot. But I said no. Now I said me try at the forefront. Into me going to teaching. So I taught I was GSS 1 to 3. I was Brazil before I came back again to journalism. But me buying this on my first attachment again that I had to do means Saka or Peace of them.
Okay.
So that was where I started my journey again, my Accra vision on radio and everything.
Who started one to see because we just to look Accra.
Debbielyn to see because I didn't pay the now pay and why is serious to do it, you know. I think the teaching also helped because I share a teacher for headmistress and supervisors or teaching him to be with. So it brought me out. Because you stand in front of kids and teach, obey a teaching lesson, obey all those things in her. So those ones were also molding me for something else, which I didn't know, but I enjoyed. And that has also brought me far, because now you can stand in front of people and you are not shy. You do certain things in front of camera and you are not shy. So those ones were also a helper. Other than other colleagues who feel shy in front of microphones and all those things, they can't even speak well and all that. Until I joined Peace FM, grew from there from attachment to employment, and then I was the producer newsroom. That was when I started news production, because I realized that news production was not proper. I'm not correct. All radio stations, especially the private ones, because I realized that so many things were said that it didn't have proper production done. Into my first radio pan there, for people to know me well, I started with radio production, because I love to see what I produce. Into a picture, now this is how I created my own picture. Many car, apart from me a Range Rover, only driver, no? So you are the presenter. The car has an engine. The engine is me. I think, I calculate, I give you what you have to say. So I valued how production was more than being a presenter. So I can be the magic call presenter, of which now that is what they want to do. I come in to be a medium. But I build myself in such a way that I want to be the creator for you to stand on and do what you want to do. If you step on me as a car, then you're moving. So you'll be the driver. I don't have a problem, but I have the capacity to run with you. That started the whole journey for me when it comes to radio production. So then I started producing Kojo Preko Dankwa. That was when I got in touch with FOKA. I don't know, it happened. I was surprised though, but that was a day. One day, producers no producer no call. I'm so back call to my Jerry Chashomodi. And Nana Bakuno so and so one of them catching me so maybe producer morning show. To be called studio, Kwame Michelle first, and he was like, meet me and I said, oh, meet me. He said, okay, fine. No. It's beside me, my first production notebook I was on. That was the first time I did it. Into me, the whole week, many 9 a.m. Madam for the buy, I have to go back to the mission. Now, Kwame is on my uncle. I should join them for us to do the production. That changed the whole thing for me. Made me run morning show like anything. So for contacts, for everything, it is about radio production for me. I value people, the contacts, how to speak to people, everything. My chief producer, now MP for Oda, that is the chief executive for Accra, this hospital. I've forgotten the hospital's name, but he's not the MP for Oda now. He was a head of production. Now, Branty on Fana Messema. Into so one number no ones that's it. Into one numbers now, you have to write it or you have to keep it in your mind. There are two things involved. Yes, he won't give it to you at a go like that. Until you on the phone, so say okay, but into your first one I know I'm on the street. But you have to just watch the tickets. Until we are now also watch for myself and Jerry. So it made us to learn how to keep people's numbers. So I am Madam, I can't keep your number. I can on the screen see your number, but so as a memorable politicians on my candidate, I can easily do it with you. And offer me meeting Obama, and to maybe it's okay. It will be 09 so it's okay 0244313800. My bomb was here. Baba Jama meeting my bomb 0244770014. I mean, all those people I can easily mention. So it built some culture in me around that time. And exactly from when I made producer entertainment, and that was when I was into the entertainment. So my first production, and the first thing we did on radio with Peace FM was entertainment review. So I was the first with Kwesi Awaje to bring that particular entertainment review that they are doing now until a friend is saying Eugene of Kokonza.com came to join, and not until I left, I was the one producing that particular show. I was producing the morning show, and I was doing production in the newsroom. So I had a lot of things to do until I left. I was pushed by multimedia to join them to run their news station Asempa FM. So I left, and then I joined Asempa FM 2017. And again, with this thing, history again in the making. First producer to be pushed. Producers were never pushed. But I was the first to push. You know how much they gave me? 70 million, then 7,000. 70 million. And I'm got a car. The top golf, GTI, red. Only back got a car, A plus. It was very so we bought that car. And that was what I was driving around that time. I started as Sempa first. And then I did Ekosise. Now, proud again to know that Ekosise grew from my hand. Today, Ekosise is Ekosise, one of the biggest political show you will ever have in this country. Was born and bred by myself. You understand? So I was happy. Before I became within the same unit. So meet Accra, and I was the second producer for Adom. And then I decided to do Adom Entertainment because then the panel, not on any. And I felt that now I think it's time I need to start visiting the microphone because on one Adibian Monipa Chrono, but on Shada into me and pulling the area. And what thank you. That also started my journey with me to do microphones on radio and then on TV. And my kind of entertainment that I do too, and yet the normal entertainment that people do. Because again, I realized that I don't know, I'm familiar with those trending things. And I didn't want what millions of people do. That you won't get me. See, I say at Arabia, I want to me shebi. Remember nature man sama kotobi. Ashe. So I become unique within the system. So I decided to use my production that I did on current affairs into the creative art to talk about the business side of creative art. Into so frame will show so that's what some membrana yembe can be being far. Yes, everyone else in a kotoka, and everyone else in the boy aircon. And I say Obi Aqua stage and the Panther people. I won't talk about it. Frame say yembe how the business side of show business. Kwanya be first structures be ejuma. Kwanya be first wa obi to me and the royalties. Kwanya be first wa ebe ma aban etumi aboa aye industry no. That I'll be willing to come and look at the catching some my yes, I will come do it. And that's besides, I had people who told me say, baby, Americano is not interesting. It's not something that people will like. But again, manjai, even on Adom Entertainment, that was what I was doing. To the extent that I was able to do it, and the effect of taking people like Kalosechi, then Gamu CEO, yes, was sacked by his own people and all. Then I realized that I can do something with this. Then I realized that something can positively work. And the man sa but you see, funny enough, so I had ample time to learn. I had ample time to read. I had ample time to do everything that I wanted to do. Into the lessons from what I read from the Kwesi Pras, the Okuba Cons, beneficence and all those things, and the political area, then I brought it into my creative art. Into when I'm talking to you on creative art, and I mention certain things, you can't doubt me because I have the papers, I have the policies, I've read the law, into me no daily, and that has brought me where I am today.
Where's your achievement throughout?
Achievement. Okay, so I don't want to call first push in the history of this country as a producer to be pushed. Before others were got into it, is an achievement? I don't know. To bring afternoon political show, which did not exist in this country, with Asempa FM. Now you could see saying maybe it's an achievement. I don't know. To achieve on a roll 1 year. I was able to lock down all the entertainment awards. I did RTP. Right after RTP, I won the Ghana Entertainment Awards. Right from there, I had Pan-African Institute, I think the think tank. They awarded me as the most innovative personality. Yes, I had that one. And then a lot of, how do you call it, appreciations and citations all over like that and all. And then achievement again, well, maybe still in it, hoping to see the change that I'm expecting to see within the media sector. I mean, to come.
Ashafo, you tell Musima, answer me cow said me come so yasne, on your Ghana rice, Matt Beckbell who made pizza, Debbie's collection, and I feel man local species, so more now so yasne made in every which Musima, your bar, a didiaka ever 12. Ever says here.
Raise my signals to lesion destruction. I don't want it to hurt. My memories, my signals to lesion destruction. I don't want it to hurt.
Ashafo yasanso wakwa ba journey of life dwumedie so ko twetwe no wa woni so fa we ya breed na che se ya de wie anesa ye koso ye de aka ato aso e obro we wa bo we nya achievement de breed we start no na e breed wo no how challenges be no face.
Well, the challenges are great. One of them here where we feel sense of power. And I feel so we share the offer for maybe a more corner now won't do where it will be a bed but I know some of my we share issues where unyayanka now walk some people so now the chassis with this angle but I'm manasa and also I had you need but me did say the banana or more share no also say we cried with James is here. I'm one papa. We so I attachment there 6 months, there 2 years into with James papa and all that. But coming from that history with no light, I mean, you name baby Alkakupi. But one thing that was keeping me alive was that made to me I made to honor. Because remember, I told you 3 things I wanted to do. I didn't know journalism was connected into showbiz for me to even get to the showbiz, for me to win these awards that I'm talking about. But it happened because I thought it was a whole area again for me to learn. But doing the journalism, I achieved it exactly, and then I had it. They mean to me any law, but I hope I can get there to do the law. And these are the 3 things I wanted to do in my life, and to get satisfied with whatever I wanted to do from day one. So challenges in India were it's just that. The number of the hours, the seconds, the minutes, the days that will go into it and all that, it's not easy. That's as I say, a money party as I say, and yet easy. You won't find it, I mean, easy like that. Oche come undidi, onante, between nanti, yeah, I can't say between nanti feet, kanishi, echo, banana in one anamete. To be found to be a question, my radio good. Na ma hwe bibi mense mo na ma hwe kwa misifa kan ma hu amu jejina so na da tu mu fu na ma sa to aso yes no was akofie bi do feel no one bele my school uniform was one na ye she blue top blue no kra no bi do feel a me ye wash and wear na ma sense na ma hata na me na sen kania se na ma san to one say dai one say and we to the ayonisi so na na be chair that's why you be that and maybe all these ones are serious challenges that may fail. So it's not easy to get to where you are and where you want to get to. So it's just like from that time and today, you want to be called the general manager of a station. Maybe it's an achievement. Yeah, I mean to pass through all this. Do production, journalism, reporting, every single thing, go through this achievement today. You want to be branded as a general manager or once a general manager of a radio station. Maybe the next thing to do is a CEO. Maybe the next thing to do is own your own media house and employ people and then get them on and all that. So, challenges in India. So, and I wish that people will learn and then they'll go through it.
If you are more sure, I feel no so about person yet 70 advice back home so
advice. The make a man is they shouldn't follow trends. What the 90% people will do and leave the 2% or 5%, tackle the 5%, and then they will join you. It's a matter of decision and not to look anywhere. Just focus. That is the game. If when you said your whole year no, the right thing now, and then you still have your vision in check, first thing you need to do is God. Just let him understand that this is what you want to do. The person will name Shakespeare said the world is a stage where everyone is playing his part. Maybe once upon a time mine was a sad one, just as in Shakespeare, Merchant of Venice, Bassanio was told. Maybe yours on the plats on the field is a sad one, but won't be the next chapter. Maybe your chapter 1 sheets in the dorsum, so you think that you have not got into the other sheet yet, and as I want to do chapter 2, but there's a chapter 2 in your life, there's a chapter 3 in your life. You might be 40, 50, but you will still realize your dreams that you want to have. There's not a rush. In term, present and term, waiting me, I'm not the man to form my say to get there and that kind of stuff. No, it is not the right thing to do. Just go through the channel. There's one day in everybody's life. I didn't know if you say every single time. I just want to repeat it. It says one day, the charcoal seller's son shall surely wear a white shirt. It's advice and no problem.
As for I never may have made a general of life Debbielyn na Mr. Kojo Preko Dankwa and a children come of our bra consume so Fabi Abu Kojo Jameson baby or Nam Kumasa Mountains where you are Carbe Jim. There Jawasa about Pro Mabeto baby but also a coin a coding and there. Well, yeah, you might be one nutrient achievement. I win, and this is here to so award. Maybe our no can say will be or two be dear ban. Maybe best one month's share at a fit any. Yes, one I to be deity. Now, on to me, shadow fitter and into Coso. Maybe be our year, name Koyi and Fat and Midi any Debbielyn Jackson. Wait, my friend or him approved them wrong. FOKA and the Chichim Camry, Eddie My sounds like big girls on this hour, Moon production BBR, Eddie and Mammy. Make out said you will cross on us, Becky Bear who made pizza, Royal Brownies, sounds like your Hineba Ghana rice, and May Mac, Debbie's collection, Madoka's pastries, Omo and a soya sandwich reading, Eddie Ebrel. FOKA TV, creativity till casket goes, Accra.